Krzysztof.
What's up? What's up, Jason? How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, mate. How you doing?
Doing well. Just writing my blog about the episode tonight. It's pretty crazy, so I'm just taking some time to write the blog.
Do you know, just so everybody knows, Krzysztof is in the Ultimate Fighter Season 8? Is it Season 8?
Yes, sir.
Season 8. A light heavyweight, you might recognize him in the first episode. He's the shaved head dude with the tattoo that goes from his shoulder down to his hand, where he beat the living shit out of a dude with about 5 punches to the face.
Yes, 5 punches and I broke my hand.
You broke your hand?
Yeah, absolutely. Broke my hand in that fight. It was hilarious. The quickest fight of the whole show, and I break my hand in it. Yeah, it's quite entertaining, that's for sure.
So, well, hang on a minute. I'm not going to let it. So, what did you break in your hand? Can you still fight?
Yeah, you know what? I decided that I will not tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
After seeing the 3 other guys get, win their fights and then get kicked off because they have broken noses and Swan Bird had a broken hand, I just decided to keep it to myself for the first few days and not tell anybody, and try to see if I can let it heal over the course of the 6 weeks.
Right, and you have to watch the show to find out how that turned out, right?
Yes, sir.
So you know that tonight's going to be a spectacular one. How do you know that? Did they show you? Did you get to see the show?
Yeah, you know what? Because I write blogs for different websites and stuff, they send us a tape ahead of time, and we get a chance to take a look at it and write a blog before time and hand them in before the show airs.
People don't believe me, but is the Iron Walk still happening?
Yes, sir. Every Wednesday night, we get together around 8 and 8:30, anywhere between that time, and they show the episode about 9 p.m., and we get to enjoy some of the fights before that. Usually have some of the Team Quest fighters fights on there, and then we get to watch the show together.
Is Gabe Rudiger going to be there so that we can make fun of him and maybe buy him some cake?
We always make fun of Gabe Rudiger. We always see him eating. Yeah, absolutely.
He's such a fun time to be around, isn't he?
He is, absolutely.
I love that guy. So, in The Ultimate Fighter, this show you're saying is a particularly crazy one. I saw a preview. Who's the lightweight guy that's got a drinking problem?
Oh, yes, Junie Browning, yes. Just wait till you see what happens tonight. You have no freaking clue what's going to happen. Man, it's absolutely nuts.
Wow. So, what's it like living in a house with all those fighters? I mean, I know you've been training your whole life to get in there, and you had fights. What was your record before you went into the Ultimate Fighter?
My overall record before I went to the final was 29-1. 20 wins, 9 losses, 1 tie.
So you've already had 30 fights.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's why I was kind of surprised when I got picked for the show. It was, being over 30 years of age and having all that experience, I was kind of shocked that they would pick me. But hey, I was very happy with the opportunity, so I took it.
So I know a lot of guys in the Ultimate Fighter. If you don't win and you don't get the contract, that doesn't necessarily mean that you won't be in the UFC, right?
That's correct. Actually, the UFC, takes about 3 or 4, maybe 5 guys out of the whole season. The ones that they like, the ones that they showed that they have the capabilities to fight in the cage, and they send them to a contract. So yeah, it doesn't have to be. You don't have to win the whole show to make it to the UFC. That's for sure. So
you're an exciting fighter, and they're obviously looking for that, and you showed that in your first fight. And I noticed. How do you feel about who's the guy he's the older brother that didn't make weight at the start?
Oh, Jason Ellis. He's the guy that was supposed to fight in the fight to get into the house. Yeah.
And he couldn't make weight.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Yeah.
Isn't that a weird thing for you guys to like? When did you find out that you would be picked for the TV show?
Well, we found out about 2 weeks before the show, and we were told to be within 5 pounds of our weigh-in weight the night before we flew in. So,
yeah.
No excuse for making weight. And Jason Guida has more experience than I am, as far as I think he's got over 40 fights altogether. So for him to not make weight was a really shock to pretty much all of us.
Wow. Yeah, I don't understand how you could show up like that. I thought it was particularly funny that he made fun of Gabe Rudiger and then didn't make weight.
Absolutely, yeah, that was a pretty funny statement for sure.
So you think so? If anybody goes down to the Iron Walk, they're going to see this. The other thing that I was explaining to people through the show is that if somebody says "nice" on the Ultimate Fighter, then you do shots. Is this still happening?
You know what? We got something different for this week. But last week, that's the kind of drinking game we did.
Okay.
It was hilarious, man.
How many shots? Hang on a minute. How many shots did you have?
It was only a 3-minute fight, and so we had about 6 guys get hammered, absolutely hammered last week. So this week we're going to do something a little different. We're going to have a little contest at the end of the show. We're going to be giving away some prizes. We have some gloves, some Ultimate Fighter T-shirts, some Team Quest stuff. So it's going to be a fun night as well tonight.
Oh, but there's no drinking shot thing.
We can. Well, you can take as many shots as you want. That's for sure. Iron Works got great alcohol on tap. So.
What about everybody? Sure. Everybody who listens to this show, they have to take a shot every time Gabe Rudiger puts some food in his mouth.
Well, then you'll be drunk very quickly.
How many drinks did you have last Wednesday?
Well, last Wednesday, the guys who participated in the game had 17 shots.
17 each.
17 each. Yeah, we had 87 shots total on the table, and we had 6 guys get absolutely hammered. It was a great night. Within 3 minutes, those guys were done. And
then you went to Team Quest the next day to train and teach people.
That's correct. Yeah. Well, some of the guys did not show up. Some of the guys did. So it was, let's just say everybody had a fun night.
But you did 17 shots, and then you went.
Dude. I'm pretty good. I don't drink too much, so no. I had a few drinks, but I watched the other guys do it. Actually, we got pictures everywhere of the guys who did it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
All right, dude. Well, so if anybody wants to go down there, the Iron Walk, it's in Marietta, right?
Yeah, it's right by the Promenade Mall, with the big, huge mall in Temecula. It's right on Inez Road, off of Winchester, off of the exit, off of the 15 highway.
All right. Who do you think's going to win the final fight between Frank and Nogueira?
You know what? Frank, being my coach, just got a chance to work with him a lot.
Yeah.
And I definitely think Frank has definitely have a really good chance of winning this fight. If he shows up in shape, I think he's going to take it.
So you think he's the better guy?
I'm not saying he's the better guy. I just think if he shows up in shape, and that's his problem sometimes. Sometimes he shows up in shape, sometimes he doesn't.
Yeah.
If he shows up in shape, I think he's got a really good chance of finishing Nogueira on the ground.
And what do you think about Brock Lesnar and Randy Couture?
Oh man, that's going to be an interesting fight. That's for sure. I can see Brock winning the first 2 rounds. If it goes past the second, Randy Couture is going to pick him apart and destroy him.
I don't see. So you think Brock Lesnar can beat him for 2 rounds but the fight won't be over?
You know what? See, Brock doesn't have the skills yet. You know, if you look at his last fight, he was on top of his opponent for 3 full rounds, and he did not finish him at all. He didn't even put any really huge damage on him except for that one punch that he threw in the first round.
Hey.
So he doesn't have the skills yet to finish opponents. Until he gets that skill, it's going to take him a little while. You know, he will not be a finisher, and Randy is a finisher. You know, I mean, Randy's going to push the pace, he's going to push hard, and I think if it goes past the second round, I think Randy's going to destroy him completely. Absolutely.
So you really think that Brock Lesnar is obviously for real because he has a chance against Randy Couture?
Absolutely. You know what? 60, 70 pounds is a lot of weight, and when you have the wrestling skills that Brock Lesnar has, you know, he can and Randy Couture's jiu-jitsu game is not that great. You know, he's not very good from the bottom position.
Yeah.
So if Brock Lesnar takes him down, Randy definitely is going to be into a little bit of trouble.
He's 60 pounds heavier?
Well, he cuts from 290 pounds to 265 pounds.
He's 290?
Yeah, he's 290 and used to be over 300.
Fucking hell, man.
Exactly. So think about it. A muscular guy like that who's got cardio, who's got a really good takedown and takedown defense, it's going to be a tough fight for Randy, no matter what shape Randy's in.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get up when 280 is sitting on you?
Exactly. 280 with good base. He knows how to keep his hips down.
Yeah. All right, Krzysztof, well, you can't tell us how far you get, can you? You're not allowed to tell us.
No, I cannot, but I just say that it's going to be a very fun season this year. It's going to be, you know what, when the producers told me, they said this was going to be one of the best years they've ever had on The Ultimate Fighter. So, you know, everybody should tune in and watch because it's going to be a great season. All
right, man. Well, I appreciate you being on the show, and I will see you at Quest next week because I'm staying up here.
I'm looking forward to it. You take care. Thank you for having me.
That's it. There you go, Krzysztof Soszynski from The Ultimate Fighter, the man who trains at Quest.
His name is insane. I put up the PDT is the display, the thing on people's radio right now.
Yeah.
Check that one out.
I didn't see that.
That's a good one. It's up on people's radio. He's all consonants.
No, because he wrote down his name. I was like, give me your number so I can call you on the show. And he wrote down Krzysztof, and I'm like, wow, that's not how I would spell Krzysztof.
The way that you have it in your phone is the way that I put it up on the board that I assumed. And I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I went for the more exotic kind of Russian spelling, and that's
no, it's nothing.
He's K-R-Y-Z-H.
Yeah, there's a Z in there.
There's like more than one, maybe.
He's off his face.
Yeah.
He's bred to fucking promote the show, though, isn't he?
He's good at it.
He's good.
He seems like a good spokesman for the sport.
Spokesman for the
furthering the sport.
He's definitely furthering the sport. If anyone's furthering the sport, it's Krzysztof Soszynski.